Right friends, welcome back to first capsule of 36th week. This is on permanent residency status and other cabinet decisions. Before going into the permanent residency status, let us look at the first event which was cleared by the Union Cabinet. Union Cabinet cleared certain measures to give boost to the construction and real estate sector. I have given with example here. Suppose some contractor X has taken contract with the government of India. Some contractor X has taken contract with government of India and subsequently there was some dispute. Subsequent to the dispute, the contractor will go for arbitration. That means that is a dispute settlement mechanism, and what is being happened at present is the arbitration proceedings are taking almost 8 to 10 years in our country. And under these circumstances, Cabinet took certain decisions at present because of the stringent conditions and because the dispute resolution mechanisms are taking more than 8 years, more than 10 years. The contractor is suffering badly. To prevent that situation, Government of India, that is Union Cabinet, came up with certain measures so as to give boost to the real estate sector. And please don't forget, the construction accounts for around 8% of GDP. That is one important aspect, and the other one is it employs about 40 million people in the country. And important aspects, first one is setting up of an escrow account into which government agencies will pay 75% of the arbitration amount against some guarantees and subject to certain conditions. I have not listed the conditions here. Subject to certain conditions, 75% of the money will be deposited into escrow account. Escrow account is a third party account. It will be operated with certain regulations, and in the escrow account, 75% of the arbitration amount will be deposited subject to certain guarantees. Not only that, subject to certain guidelines. That is one important decision. Why this decision was taken, I have given details here, because arbitration disputes are taking more than 8 years. First point. Second point is construction companies are suffering badly, and claims pending and with government bodies by the construction companies almost account for 150% of debts of the construction companies. That means it indicates that the dispute resolution mechanism in our country is not satisfactory, and this is the reason precisely why the government recently amended Arbitration Act. And other decisions taken include provision for a conciliation board comprising independent experts. That is one point. Second point is to transfer the cases under arbitration to the newly amended Arbitration Act. Newly amended Arbitration Act facilitates expeditious clearance of disputes, and Union Cabinet cleared that the existing arbitration cases can be transferred to newly amended Arbitration Act so as to settle the disputes as fast as possible. So these are the important developments. And second important point, permanent residency status to foreign investors, basically to improve investment climate in the country, basically to improve ease of doing business in this country, basically to attract more foreign direct investment. With this in mind, Union Cabinet cleared permanent residency status for foreign investors. This is not new in foreign countries. This type of permanent residency status is already available in countries like Hong Kong, Singapore, and there are certain conditions. First condition is minimum investment criteria of rupees 10 crore within 1.5 years or rupees 25 crore in 3 years. And this is the first condition to be met. The second condition is minimum employment generation of 20 resident Indians every financial year, and this is the most difficult task. When somebody is investing rupees 10 crore in 1.5 years in this country, may not generate 20 jobs for the resident Indians. It is not that easy to generate 20 jobs to the resident Indians, and this is the sticky point. Probably this may come in the way of operating this to its logical conclusion. And here what are the benefits? with this permanent residency status, foreigners, whoever are investing in our country, will be granted this status up to 20 years. Please don't forget, this will be renewed after 10 years, but the total period is 20 years. And here with the permanent residency status, multiple entry visa will be given without any stipulation for the permanent residency status holder and spouse as well as dependents. Children also will get this facility up to a maximum of 20 years, and they can purchase one residential property to live in this country. And at the same time, spouse or dependents, that means if a person is coming to India for investment, his wife, not only that, his children can work in private sector in this country. So these are the facilities the foreigners will get when they are investing in this country. But the sticky point here is minimum employment generation of 20 resident Indians every financial year. This may be the sticky point. Ex post facto approval for the FDI reforms announced in June 2016. All of you are well aware, FDI sector was further reformed in June 2016, and now the cabinet has given ex post facto approval. You may ask, what is the meaning of ex post facto approval with retrospective effect? That means though the cabinet is taking a decision in the month of September 2016, these will come into force with retrospective effect. That means from the back date. These guidelines were issued in June 2016, so they will have effect from June 2016. Such type of approvals are called ex post facto approval. And I have listed here these things we have discussed when we deliberated our weekly capsules during the month of June 2016. They include 100% FDI through government approval for trading, including e-commerce for food products. That is one important aspect. Then FDI beyond 49% in defense, when it is likely to result in modern technology by replacing the term state-of-the-art technology. Then 100% FDI under automatic route in brownfield airport projects, 74% FDI under automatic route for brownfield pharmaceutical projects, and this local sourcing norms have been relaxed up to 3 years with government approval for single brand retailing, just like Apple Store, and if it involves state-of-the-art or cutting-edge technology. So this paves the way for the establishment of single brand retailing stores in this country. Right friends, let us move on to the next one. The next one is Project Development Fund with a corpus of rupees 500 crore to explore business opportunities in CLMV countries. CLMV countries, please look into this slide. CLMV countries are 4 countries which are relatively backward in comparison to other countries of ASEAN. ASEAN, please look into this slide. It has got 10 countries, and out of these 10 countries, these 4 countries are relatively backward, and there are several business opportunities in these countries. And so as to explore business opportunities in CLMV countries, Government of India, that is Union Cabinet, recently approved Project Development Fund with a corpus of rupees 500 crore. And once our raw materials makes access to CLMV countries, then further linkages can be established with their free trade agreement partners. That is one important aspect. Right friends, look into the next one. Cabinet decided to dissolve Central Inland Water Transport Corporation. In fact, this was incorporated in 1967, and voluntary retirement scheme was already implemented in 2015, and almost it is into losses since its inception, and assets will be taken over by Inland Waterways Authority of India. Right friends, look at the last one. Cabinet ratified Memorandum of Understanding signed on May 20 between India's Computer Emergency Response Team and United Kingdom's Ministry of Cabinet Office. Basically, this is to exchange technical information on cyber attacks and also to find solutions to counter cyber attacks, because the cyber attacks is the burning problem in the world as on date. Right friends, with this let us conclude first capsule. Please do join for other capsules. Have a nice day. Thank you.